Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm Chris, and this is Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Thank you, Commander. Rupert put the new supplies
Today,
to good use.
we are probably going to go help Jacob with his loyalty mission, but first, we're going to just talk to Garrus for a little bit.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonis, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people.
Fade. That's a pretty cool name.
Sidonis was seen with him.
What happened? How did Sidonis betray your team?
He tipped off the Mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the Mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
That's,
You
in the
humans
business,
have
we
a
call
saying,
that a dick move.
An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
So, like I said with Miranda's, these loyalty missions kind of shape how these people, how these characters end up. Garrus is obviously towing a very dark line here.
Jack would like to talk with you.
He's kind of out for revenge, and even though he's kind of justified, it's still affecting him. So, we will leave Ilium, and we're going way out here to help Jacob. We gotta go outside the relay system here. I can't remember who gives me the, there's one character who can upgrade the Normandy with their fuel bays. Their fuel capacity. So,
Distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW461.
alright, Distress speaking for the Hugo Gernsback. That's exactly what Jacob was talking about. So, as you can see, Miranda is now marked loyal since we did her loyalty mission last time. So in addition to her regular appearance, we also get her loyal appearance, which is that, excuse me, which is that dark suit, which I kind of enjoy. I'm going to select her. I like the idea that Jacob and Miranda really trust each other. I already have squad incendiary ammo. I'll give him Inferno ammo. Warp is a great power. So I have Adrenaline Rush, Disruptor ammo, and Incendiary ammo. Cryo ammo is also a really good one. I probably will do that next. Actually, Jacob, take the Eviscerator shotgun. Alright, we're good to go. So this place is certainly pretty.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Let's make it a
Toxology alert.
little hint.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance.
So we're getting
begins
a little bit of a
within 7
hint
days
here.
of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or
Sounds
preparation.
like the
Impact on other
actual
cognitive
captain was
abilities
killed
and long-term memory
during the
is
crash,
cumulative, but significant
and
within a
the
standard month. It is not known if neural decay is
the local
permanent.
food on this
Data
planet
collection was not
is
completed.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check
inhibits
this. My father
brain
had the
function.
beacon for almost
As
9
they said,
years. Maybe that neural decay affected
gets
Avoiding it for
it
a
messes
decade
with your head
seems
if you eat it for too long.
unlikely.
They said it was significant effects within a standard month. So we've got a little bit of an enigma.
Threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. Now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles.
Ugh.
Crazier now.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? Oh my god, I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. We have to hurry.
So if you could hear those logs, there's some
Can't expect the luxury of due process.
there's uncouth things happening here.
Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
So we've got it looks bad. It certainly does. So let's find them and figure out what's going on. This is a little bit of a darker story in the Mass Effect
You came from the sky? The leader said someone
world.
would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Enemies!
Okay, so on top of all of that going on, it looks like there's some sort of civil war, some sort of split between parties. Oh, there's a guy over there. Come on, can I pop up, please? No? Ouch. It's been a little while since I've played. So forgive me if I die a time or two before I get back into it. Okay, well that guy's gotta go. Whew. Okay, he burned out. Both Jacob and Miranda are down. This looks pretty bad. Okay.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Oh wow, look at all these thermal clips. Woo! Alright. Let's keep her moving, huh?
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Alright. Hello?
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
what a light and jovial reaction to such a weird...
Spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
Uh-oh. Get to cover, get to cover. Ooh, there we go. Oh, there's a person down there. I was distracted. Hey.
Please, you have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without
Dang.
violence.
Harsh. Oh, he wasn't command material. I mean, it's fair, but still harsh.
Cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
So obviously this is a tight moral conundrum because they didn't have enough food for everyone, but there was food here. So they could live, but they would, you know, they would get a little dumber, essentially. So Jacob seems to think that his dad made the right call initially, but then let it go on way too long, which, why would you just kind of let your people suffer, you know, when it's possible to get out of here? So, it's a... Oh, I forgot what I was doing. It's a tough moral conundrum. Do you let that food... do you spread out that food and...
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
So yeah, you like spread out that food so that everyone is just a little bit inhibited by the neural decay, or do you restrict it to only a few people so that only a few people get really bad? I mean, Jacob thinks that he made the initial right call by saying, you know what, no, we need enough people to prepare the beacon, so they should have the good food, and we can figure out a solution later. Come on, health. Okay. Oh, hello. That's not good. I missed. Yeah. I just want cover, please. It will not let me take cover there. Okay. Ooh, just in time. So that's Miranda's loyalty power is Slam. She lifts them up for a little bit, and then they just get crushed into the ground, which is pretty cool. It usually doesn't work on, like, boss enemies, which kind of limits its usefulness. But it's fun for, like, lower level enemies because it takes them out for a really long time. Yikes. I know how to take cover. Alright, 3 shots left. Okay. Boop.
He had his fun. Now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Alright. So Jacob is starting to... I mean, he never really made excuses. He kind of had disbelief at the beginning, but he's not really entertaining the idea that his father is innocent right now, which I always found interesting about Jacob. It's a short list of things I find interesting about Jacob, unfortunately. I know a big complaint about Jacob is that he's the only black squad mate, and he has a backstory about a deadbeat dad, which is a harmful stereotype, but and I definitely see where they're coming from there.
Thing is not my father.
All right.
Incoming.
I think that's a valid complaint. I know it probably doesn't work with a lot of other squad mates. Like, I was thinking, well, if you put this backstory with Miranda, well, that doesn't make sense with her Cerberus backstory of hiding from her father if her father is, you know, kind of a pile. It's kind of a piece of shit. Alright. The large mech, we gotta start working on him. How about an overload? Oh, come on. He's very close. There we go. It's gonna blow up again. Jacob was in the middle of that. Whoops. How about some unity? Jacob's just... he's a fighter. He wants to get in there.
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Alright. That's actually all of the fighting for this part.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance,
that's so messed up.
like an instinct.
This mission always makes me feel like,
easy.
I don't know,
First,
skeezy, sketched
once
out.
in, the effect lowered inhibitions.
It's like, I
They
get
got
that you, like,
territorial,
at the beginning,
right?
it seems like they were trying to do
Protocol,
everything right,
They
but
couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger.
honestly wouldn't blame you, Jacob.
Because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
So, with that, we have gained Jacob's loyalty.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give him the taillights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
So yeah, that's why I like bringing Miranda and Jacob on each other's loyalty missions, because, I mean, come on, that's good stuff right there. They're buddies and they go back a long way. I'm going to go down and talk to Jack. She's been wanting to talk to me for a while. Sounds like the elusive man wants to talk to me, which probably indicates another priority mission.
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some superbiotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard.
Another interesting thing about humanity is because we joined the galactic stage so late, like 30-ish years ago.
We're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility.
We don't know much about how things work, namely biotics. Humans are very new at being biotics. We didn't know that until we joined the galactic stage. So, like the experiments on Caden in Mass Effect 1, here we're seeing that we don't.
I'm going to talk to the elusive man.
We don't really know what makes a biotic a biotic. We don't know how to strengthen biotics. So Cerberus here was after some less than savory information.
My cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
But Jack isn't interested in.
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this?
She's not interested in answers. She's interested in just the peace that obliterating that place will bring.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
So we will put that on the list.
The new armor reinforcements.
And we will probably have to talk to the elusive man
The elusive man wishes
right
to
now.
speak to you in the debriefing room.
So we will do that. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.